1 hour left in the trading session. Welcome back to the close. Let's have a look at how things stand heading into the last hour of the day. We are positive, both the Dow and the S&P. Nice days overall. The Dow in record high territory at this point. We'll see what happens for the rest of the session. Tech stocks, though, offsetting to the downside. Bet 0.25% for the NASDAQ to the downside. We're positive here in Toronto, as are the rest of these markets on this board, guys. Lots to get to. Let's get into the last hour of the day.
Yes, sir, Brendan. Oh, you guys can see this, eh? Now we have a crazy setup. Now we got 4 monitors again, so
I see. I can't see program now. Okay.
Oh, you can't. We'll figure yeah, we'll figure that. We'll move this to the center. It's fine. We'll figure it out, guys. We're back. We're back. We're figuring things out. We got the monitors up the top. We got the 4 monitors set up. We're locked and loaded, ready to go. Folk is on the Fulcrum is on the folking move. Orphazyme is on the move to the upside here. I don't have Orphazyme long, but I just got an FULC. I almost said K because that's whatever, man. 20 even just broke back to the upside on that one. But I'm looking at Orphazyme here. This has come back from the dead. I'd given up on the stock. It went to 550 and then consolidation break. Volume starting to pick up here as it gets to and tries to break this 640 level, which it's doing right now. Now keep in mind, I had this in the morning for a breakout at 7. It went nowhere. It went to 715, scalps them out. I got back in trying to think it'd be a dip buy and make another run at the top. That just stopped me out there. Actually would have gone on the money a tiny bit. And then it fell like an absolute rock, Orphazyme. So it's starting to get back to the upside. 7 even to 715. That's going to be, I think, a hard top. If it goes to that price, I'm probably going to short it. For now, I just wanted to see if that 640 could hold. It has not. $6 next support into the downside. Doing a similar thing on Folk. I'll use 1970 or so as my out.
Okay, yeah, Folk, we got messed up on that one as well. We do have Virgin Galactic still. I know this is going to be the trade of the day from, pardon?
I've never seen that shop.
Yeah, I can't see program right now, but Rob's going to fix that hopefully. So we do still have that down here. So we're going to wait for it. I was using this as one of my outs right here, 2730, 2740, something like that. So we'll use that as our out and go from there on that one. Okay, CCL, it looks like it's going to break soon. We've been just massaging this. We've been busy all afternoon, so haven't been able to make any trades. But right now,
that was great.
$24 or so coming up on CCL. Again, I'm gonna go back into the short, so let's try that right here,
I'm
guys.
shorting this.
$24 short here on CCL and see if it can hold that level. It hasn't broke yet, but we're right here. Let's put on a short.
Yeah, man. I hope your back is feeling good and you've lumbered up because I'm jumping on that train. Like that's. You got to trade what's moving. Like, give me a break. And if you look at CCL here, oh yeah, level 2 is even going to show up here. If you look at CCL, look at the offer. Like, it's not like it's gigantic amounts of shares, but every single level has solid liquidity in front of it. So I want to be passive with this. If I can just jump here and get like 94.5, 95, 96 is all the way up. I mean, it's one of those scalp trades that sort of writes itself. And I mentioned Fulcrum. And I should probably show you guys what that looks like here. Look, Fulcrum, this was a tedious trade. Like if I just one and done with the long breakout at 22 would have been fantastic, but we kept trying to go at it with the dip buys and had very muted success. This one was kind of okay off of 20. I've sat out until we retake this 20 level. So this is 1970 here, and this is 20. This is my stop. I think we can get to 21 and then VWAP if it makes a big move. But you guys are going to Brendan, I think.
A couple of things moving this afternoon, guys. Yeah. Pixelworks, a little one. PXLW on the NASDAQ, big pop here. On news as well, Canon investing into Pixelworks to enhance their AI platform and AI side of things. So they're going to get 3.1 million. So that's the reason for PXLWCAN also on the move, guys.
Did you say Canon? Sean knows what I'm talking about.
Yep. I'm trying to think of a song, but I can't right now think of anyone. But yeah, Kanon. Okay. All right. So we're just also looking here. We can do a quick little recap of Ethereum and of Cardano and things like that. But right now on the daily chart here, it's been kind of a slow one for Ether today. I hope you guys are, not necessarily trading it today. It hasn't been moving too much. You can see high side there of 32. Now we're just kind of back backing in and out. So Mara, Riot, SOS, BTB, all those kind of names still going to be in play for us. There is the trade. So we're now short again here on CCL, just kind of like how we hammered Snapchat. I believe it was yesterday, and we did really well on Snapchat. So that was a good one for us. So now we'll wait to see if CCL can continue to the downside. Our Coinbase trade, man. I know Neil snaked the trade of the day, which is a good one.
Sean was busy.
Yeah, I was busy. This was a good one, though. And we had back-to-back $8 winners on this name. And all we really did here, and again, this is why you can't be married to a position, but is that you got to trade the momentum when it's there. And look what happened when there was low volume. Coinbase really just started basing out here at 284, 285. And then when you broke this low, then it was see you later all the way back down to 274. So I'm wondering if Coinbase now does get some love back to the upside here. It's a little bit overdone. So maybe we take that same trade again. If we can break back above 280, we're going to go long on Coinbase. Small though, because I don't understand that. So we'll go long on, it's my #1 stock today, Coinbase. And again, we defended these areas early. We talked about that all over the sticky note. Then we got out. Unfortunately, we had the trade. Like we were long down here, 282, when it went to 294. So that was a $12 winner. Unfortunately, we held it all the way back until it breaks VWAP there, 287. So we only wind up taking $6 or $7 on that one. And then now all the way back down here again. So let's look at a 280 break on Coinbase. I like it.
Yeah, and oh my goodness, ORF just continues to ORF all over itself because that's what it's been doing today. Yeah, they tried to take out that 640 level, and that was an instant fail. It goes to 650. Probably should have been looking at that, but whatever. I mean, that CCL, it just looks too good to be. It's too good not to take it because you start making like 3, 4, 5 cents when you have direct market access, and you can take those types of wins there and be pretty happy with it. If you get, I have an average price of 95.5. If I get any more shares, it'll be at 97 or 98. So you risk 4 or 5 pennies to make 5 to 20. That makes a lot of sense to me, and there's lots of liquidity. But ORF, it looks like it's trying to break that 6. So we did say, yeah, there it is. It's actually gonna, is it breaking 6? Well, stay below, stay below, stay below. Gimme. Need an uptick.
It's ORFing.
It is ORFing all over itself. ORFing all over itself. I can't get 6. I don't know why I'm so greedy. 6 broke, and I'm sitting there like, give me 6, whatever. I'll take 98s to the south side here. I probably should have had a bit of this at like 630 when it failed at that 640 breakout, but I didn't, and beggars can't be choosers. It's now broken down again from 6 even, and this stock was at 540, 550 right at noon, so it's not as if it can't go a little bit lower than this, and it's been a big mover. It's weird that I haven't shorted it. It's weird that I didn't short this one. I'm actually looking back here, and it's like, why did I not want to short 7 at 10:30 when it broke? I had the long fail break. I then had a long I stopped out of, and then retest 7 even and puts in a lower high, and I didn't go short. That's kind of ridiculous. So I probably should have had that one. CCL is already good, so I don't know. Hey man, this is actually interesting. We can fist bump, so I'm going to steal this trade from Sean. What the hell is?
They didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see? We're going to fist bump. And I'm going to move this order. I don't know why I had.
You know what? The thing about that fist bump, I'm happy to do it. Is just that I don't want to jinx ourselves here. We need to take profits first.
Schminks.
But yeah, we're short. We shorted it up here.
Actually, I haven't taken any profit.
Right, exactly. So we'll bid 90s here and see if we can get that out and back into the money for us a little bit here. See what I'm saying? Now it went back to the upside there. So
this is like if you
premature bump there.
If you slow roll at a poker table, like you deserve to get sucked out. Like I flat out deserve. Sean doesn't deserve to lose in the trade. I deserve to lose on this trade now because I actually didn't get hit on the bid there. So that was definitely a little premature action by myself. But you know what? It happens to everybody at some point. And if you say it doesn't, then it's
that's like what we're going with.
Being dishonest. I want to get to Mogo here because Mogo. I made one trade on this, and it was basically off of this level at 715, and I wasn't paying close enough attention. And I look at this now, and you'll get to see look at this double top at 745 on Mogo, right? Earnings were actually pretty solid here. You're going to get a good beat, but they did make a hard top at 750, both in the pre-market and then again off of the open. But here, one time, 660, 2 times, it's more like 663, 3 times, and if it happens a 4th time, like I want to have some long trades. I wanted Orphazyme to make a move to the upside. I tried Folk, which just gave me a 30-cent loss there, trying to get that one to the upside as well. Not really finding much. Mogo's about to roll over, and if 660 goes, that's a clean break. I got to have that one to the south side if 660 goes on Mogo, so I wanted this one to move up. If you like, you can trade this one in Toronto as well because they are dual listed. I said that every single time today.
Yeah, it's nice that they're doing it. So what about 108.50 on AMD? So we're still waiting for that Coinbase to come through here. And then I have my new stuff on this chart here. So on this chart here, so hopefully this looks a little bit better. I don't know if I like it as much up here because now I'm just looking directly into the lights. But we'll be able to fix that maybe. I don't know if you noticed
Look
that
into
as well,
the light.
Neil.
Don't walk into the light, but you can look into the light. Just don't walk into it, because
Kanye West style there, all of the lights. We'll see where's Donda, by the way. We have to find out, Valeria, you find out where Donda is for me. That's the new Kanye album. Okay, so this is, oops, we're looking at the wrong thing here. Here it is. I was showing it on the other. This is gonna take
I'm laughing because that was like a 10-minute conversation with Brad and Valeria yesterday.
Yeah, it was. 108.50 here, looking like something possibly on AMD there, 108.50. So we'll look at that, but we are just into a new position right now, and that is Coinbase, as it does break higher now. So through 280 right now. We'll see where Coinbase goes. I'm in this one, so hopefully it goes nothing but upside. We're long 280.19 right here. See, my chart still didn't even change. And then we're going to find some downside areas where we're going to get out. I don't want to hold this one forever. I don't already understand why we went all the way back down here to 275 and actually almost went red on the day there. So that's strange to me, but we'll see. How high did it get? 280.01 or so. So yeah, a little bit of work still to do here for Coinbase, guys.
There's just one thing I want to say. The really, really, really real, yo. You probably don't know that one. And no one's going to get this, but I'm talking about really real. And if you never heard Grand Puba, that is one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time, but none of you kids know him. That's horrible, but the really real, remember this one on earnings yesterday?
People always say Rakim. People like Rakim.
Rakim is my number one. But I mean,
okay,
Grand Puba is going to be top 10 for me. Rakim, the God MC. Rakim, he's just whatever, man. Rakim is the man. 13, this 13 bottom here, it's a wipeout. Their quarter wasn't good. They got a redonkulous short interest, and I said this yesterday. If it gets above 1777, they got a rights offering that converts into stock at that particular price. But anyways, made a hard bounce off of this bottom at 13. You got a nice little jump up today. Sometimes when you look at a beat up stock, it's as simple as, is there a price people can get into? You pull the daily chart back up here, and you get that first resistance at 13. And even below that, it was like 12.20. So there's support below the support. I mean, that's kind of corny. And I did jinx that CCL trade. Brendan, give us good luck.
Commercial metals, guys. CMC in New York, Commercial Metals Company, just popping up. So this is going to be on the infrastructure side of things. Volume just coming into this, pretty thinly traded. So fair warning, but all-time highs currently for CMC, guys. 3 days in a row. To the upside for this one.
The only CMC.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey. What's up to fantasy football players? You guys know what we're talking about, obviously, there with Christian McCaffrey. So a good name there.
I traded Christian McCaffrey.
Wow, that's a huge mistake.
Yeah, it didn't work.
What the hell's your problem? It's kind of like.
But then I won a championship.
It's almost like trading Josh Allen. Like,
I had him. Yeah, with that. Thank you, Sean.
Who the hell would do that?
I rode him to the championship, by the way, so thank you very much.
Yeah, that's no problem.
I'll buy you.
Whoa.
The fly, right?
What was that look there? That was like
I thought it was a fly. There's a fly I want to kill.
Yo, is there a fly up in here too? Okay. But yeah, that was a crazy look there. Okay. Yeah, because you know why? Because I have the program on my screen, so I got to take that off or else it looks bad. Okay. Coinbase right now going up to 280 and change. So Coinbase now we're in the money $1. Well, I mean we have 280.19 right now. Maybe we should take a piece off right now and then celebrate. But I was waiting for 281 and change. So hopefully we can get that still. 281 and change coming on Coinbase is what I was looking for, but we just stopped there at 281 even. So maybe we got to take that out a little Coinbase. So let's do that. If we can get one print, we'll take out half at about 281 or so if it bumps back up there. And then, like I said, Neil with the fist bump of love going the wrong way there.
Look, I mean, obviously, like I deserve this. And if I get ridiculed, this stops out, because I'm stopping out at 24. Like this is not even complex. So like it's 24 double top. I'm short. Like I said, my average price out 97 because I was just going to scalp in front of it. Like I deserve to get stopped out. And then like the longer hold where you're like willing to give it like 10 or 15 cents and then, maybe ride all the way back to VWAP, like that should work and my trade shouldn't because I jinxed it. And, I can admit that I jinxed it. I'm still holding this Chris Webber trade. CWBR, which I couldn't come up with a better name for it. It's still working to the downside, and I'm still bidding $1.50. But anyways, here's this CWBR. I got to be flat. We have to be flat by the end of the day. So no matter what, I'm covering this. I just want to make sure I have a trailing stop, and I'll probably put it at $1.80. That'll lock in the last of these shares for 30 cents. But I definitely stared a gift horse in the mouth. This was down at 155, and I was targeting 152. That's just laziness. I should have got the last of these shares out.
Holy shat balls.
What happened?
Right now, Coinbase starting to go. So I took a little bit out there at that 280, 281 level. Now you're back up to 281.50. So here we go, man. We're ready to rock and roll now on Coinbase. We have that 280 break. And then once again, man, this is back-to-back jacks because long, out, $8, $9 winners, long again here, banging it out to the outside right there. So yeah, really happy now with Coinbase as it's starting to go. We're out at 2/3 there. Now we'll hold that last little piece for a nice little win there. So coin to VWAP, yeah, let's go. I like what you're saying there. Coin to VWAP. What's up, everybody? What's up, Jagerbomb? What's up, Tim F? What's up to everybody there? What's up to Valeria? Thank you, Valeria, for doing one hell of a job with Prad. I know it's hard to work with that guy. Just joking, he's a great guy. As we're going upside.
Check out Upstart.
Now that he's part of our team, we can say that, right? Because everyone knows we love Trader Prad. We'll check out Upstart. Yeah, what's going on?
Upstart's making money moves up here. So I mean, look, you had to see what this thing did off 170, like about a trillion times off of 170 breaks, and then failing at 170, and then turning at 170. Just obviously, if it gets to 170, there's a bit of a short that has to happen because the 172 top, you got room to run. This thing just came up $10 in the afternoon. Brendo.
I mentioned that CMC, guys. It's rare, but Caterpillar, also another one that you could kind of group in that group, just breaking through 220 there. Volume alert, 3.8%, 2 days in a row here for Cat.
Hell yeah, Caterpillar finally ripping up. That was a play. I think Neil, both I have this one long. I bought it not too long ago, but now we're in the money now on Caterpillar again into industrials and things like that. Caterpillar did have some nice dips down here on the daily. The reason why I'm talking about this, I like the dividend. I like everything about it. Down to 205, now breaking out. Caterpillar is going to be a winner for a while. So hopefully some of you guys are in that. Let's check out Nucor quickly. That was a name that,
oh boy,
another one that we missed. Up another 4% today after leading everybody yesterday, up 9%. Leading the Dow and basically the S&P yesterday, up 9%. You could see this Nucor breaking out on the infrastructure bill. And I did want to say something because we do love our fans here, but I did want to say something to Sam Troy. I wish these bros would do the full 7 hours. We're already stumbling on ourselves. Can we provide
I don't even know what's going on.
this energy for 7 hours? I believe we can. So let's see. Maybe we have some contract negotiations, and we will be back.
I'll just jinx more
full
trades.
7 hours.
Oh
yeah. What's going on with CCL here, Neil? Captain Jinx is in the
building. It's actually flat now for me, but. Anyway, so these wicks are kind of like a little bit ridiculous sometimes on these charts, but I can tell you right here on Upstart, this is 168 even. I was watching this looking like it was about to break, and I'm like, yeah, I'll short this off of the 170 level. And then I hit the bid, and it's an iceberg order on the bid. So it just got chewed up, did not break, so ignore this print. That never printed down to 167.70, otherwise it didn't happen. So it didn't break 168, and now it's immediately heading to the upside. So anyone that's bullish on this name, yeah, worth noting, I might have just gotten into the short off of these highs, but somebody be buying this bad boy at 168, and it wasn't me. If it does give me a chance to trim, I might go ahead and do that like very, very shallow, because if somebody buying 168, they could be buying on a 167 dip as well, and I will not add to this unless it fails at 170 first. I'm gonna have to take 2 cracks at this because 172 is also the top, but I'm definitely not adding if there's a 168 refresher unless it fails at 170 first.
I love it, everyone. Luis here, Tisha, Trader Joe, everybody loving that 7 hour idea. Look, we could do it, but the show's free, so we're gonna have to make some money somehow with that. So we'll see. I don't think we'll ever do 7 hours, but it's fun. We're here all day for you, hopefully. Look at Coinbase, though. It was just $1.25 in the money there, up to 282. That's good. That's a good level, man. That's $2. Maybe we should have taken that $2. Let's see if it can continue to go. We're out at 2/3 already for that $1, so really happy with the way it panned out so far for us, but we'll wait. I mean, 284, 285, we can get something in there. I think Coinbase back to VWAP is possible, so let's wait on it. I mean, if Bitcoin starts to run, which I think it could, I mean, I always think Bitcoin can run, then we'll see where it goes from there. But 282, no surprise. I mean, we could just draw the line. It's all about education here, but there it is. I mean, this again, where we stopped in the morning, that was our first one of our longs there at 282 right there. Then we took a 282.50, and then right now it looks like we just stopped at like 281.80. So hopefully we can bust above that. that, and then we'll see where we're going. Virgin Galactic, I still have this area targeted. So if we get out 27.37, I believe. Yep, exactly. So that's exactly where my stop is. That we double check that. So that's going to be in play right now. So
good look, Louis.
That's what we're doing. What happened?
No, I'm like, good look, Louis. Louis Valencia letting us know that we can sell the shirts and then make more money, and that will fund the all-day show. I didn't even notice that was whoever did that good, fantastic job.
I did.
I don't know if we still have. I don't know if that's still available. It's the old floss idea.
You know, it was over on the monitor that Brendan stole over there.
Okay, yeah, that old monitor. Yeah, Brendan.
See how I threw that in
the
there?
second Sean moved over here, I'm like, Brendan was like a vulture. He was just like picking at all of the things at the station that weren't in use.
And it's really funny because I was thinking about this last night, and it's like, Brendan, like, that monitor was not even being used. It was holding up a T-shirt, so he could have had that at any time. But I'm glad he has it now.
Good use of resources. Apparently.
Yeah. So right now that was a coat hanger at one point, but now Brendan has it. So all good on that front.
I want to go to a weak stock here because you just said Virgin Galactic. I want to go back to Weight Watchers here. This actually got off the bottom, and I was fortunate enough to have covered this the short at 23 because it just jumped off. It made a push down to 22.80. And then when it retook, it basically held VWAP. I then got out. We shorted it a couple of times off the open on those 930 pops. I love the 930 pop setup on a garbage stock or a weak stock. I shouldn't call WW a garbage stock. Apologies. A weak stock, down 25%. That's garbage. Anyways, get out at 23. It's now back up. It tested 24.50. This thing comes anywhere near and sniffs 25. It's definitely short. If it hangs out and holds above, call it 23.50. Tomorrow when we get another chance. We like the 25 break today. It obviously never happened because it was a great short, but the 25 break could still be there tomorrow. When there is this much of a gap to fill, sometimes you just have to think about the risk to reward, and that's what we're looking at with, it was Fastly, a few days back, maybe a week ago actually, now that I think about it, but it could be the same thing. Was that the fly? I'm killing that thing. It just flew on my head. Anyways, 25 break, potentially tomorrow. Need to see Weight Watchers hold up first before we do that. I'm getting that fly.
You have to apologize. I don't see the fly, but I do.
Landed on my head, man.
Oh, landed on your head. Okay, yeah. That now it's personal.
It's personal.
Yeah, let's get that fly. Let's get that fly out of here. Okay, as long as it leaves Miss V alone, I guess, right? That's yeah. There you go. So we'll see, Miss V. You let me know if that fly comes over there, and we'll deal with that personally. Okay, right now Coinbase. So from I love you Coinbase to I hate you Coinbase, very very fast as it does come all the way back down. I don't really have any targets on the downside, but we're right back to flat on the position now. So if we take $1 on 2/3, we can't lose more than $1 on the next bid. So a break of 279, and then we'll get out of there, and then just like. We should have taken that $2. I have to remember that when we do the after show or the afternoon show, the moves aren't going to be as great as the morning because there's, they've already defined levels and things like that. So we got to be very, very careful with that. Not an excuse or anything. It's just that is what it is. I should have noticed that this 282 was a little bit of a problem and probably got out at 281.50. So we'll put an order there. If we're lucky enough to get that, then we will get out. Our CCL just cruising around at the top and then a check back. We started talking about AMD and then like usual, I got sidetracked with something. AMD still this 108.50. I still like that as the NASDAQ's red. So I think I like it better as a short than a long. But let's see if the NASDAQ runs, then maybe we take that as a breakout at 108.50 on AMD, the stock that's just been a monster for me in the long-term portfolio.
And 22 minutes into the show, and we finally talk about the stock that if you guys were watching Memes and Movers with Trader Pratt and Ms. V, they might have talked a little bit about Moderna. And Moderna, I don't know why I'm saying it like that.
Neither do I.
That's so weird. Oh, anyway, my 15-minute chart's frozen. You don't need it. Who cares? We can look at the daily chart for this one. Moderna, no, I can't think of it. I can't in my head say it any other way. Moderna bounced off of a 380 level this morning, I guess at lunchtime. I tried the long. I had the 380 long. You guys were following along here. And I got stupid greedy. I was actually thinking it was going to come back into 400. I get stopped out. And it does a flush out bottom. So one of the things I said was, this is not going back to like 420 or even more than the 400. I mean, I probably should have taken some out of 390 because of that. Because it didn't do a bit of a wipeout bottom. It didn't take out that 380 level, and if my 15 had worked, you could see when you pull it back, there's also a 377 price, and it breaks 80, it then breaks that 77, even the 75 level, turns at 370, and starts to come to the upside. Now if you hold 380, this is a long way of answering the question, guys, because someone asked, what do you think about Moderna? Right now, and I'm like, okay, this is a long answer. Down 16%, of course. Now, if it holds this 380, you potentially get this breakout through 390. Now, if I was paying more attention, I probably should have had this one back through 380 here. but I don't, so I'm not going to chase it. Now it's got a higher low at 382. I think you're shooting breakout 390. Perfectly reasonable that you could see 425 in the next couple of days, but this was coming for Moderna. We talked about how fast it moved up. When we set off that 500, don't be surprised if this stock could pull back 50 or 50 in a day. Like, it's just, you know, it's already proven it can do that to the upside. You can't be surprised when it does it to the downside, Brendo.
Docs, guys, DOCS, which is Doximity, software maker. They make there's a platform. They have a platform for doctors for medical files in the U.S. DOCS, first report over here, aftermarket yesterday, after going public. What day was this? Back in June. So day highs here and all-time highs up 31% for DOCS.
Okay, so.
See, now I can't. Oh, that's the problem.
Oh, now Neil can't do.
No, it's like I can't see the screen as well, so I can the stocks Brendan talks about.
Yeah, it's hard. We'll get this all figured out. Welcome again to our closing show. Now 3 o'clock. We've done a lot of changes lately. We have this show now starting at 3, and then we do have the Memes and Movers show with Miss V and Trader Prad that now starts right at 11 after our main show. You guys will just get pushed over there, and that's a lot of fun. So, okay, we do have our Coinbase target. Right now it does break. Well, I mean, it's the spread. I mean, I don't know what to do. Like, the spread is 70 cents here. So I don't want to get out of this trade, but like, it's probably going to punch me out once it breaks, and there's not much I'm going to be able to do about that. So we'll wait to see where we go with that. But that is that trade. And I did see Rita here, and I want to try to get, you know, as many kind of questions in here. Or Neil Roberts thought. Oh, you have a couple thoughts here. There was another one on Team there, Rita. You asked us about that. The symbol Team. So that is Atlassian Corporation. Here, so we can look at that quickly. Team 331. So I don't know what kind of a spot you're looking for us here, or what you're looking at, but I don't think on a daily chart, on a minute chart right now, this is nothing to me here. I wouldn't short through this VWAP if that's what you're asking about this one, but I don't know much about this stock, so I can't talk fundamentally about it. But wow, I mean, this, like, if this is earnings day right here, I'm not going to snap because I don't know anything about it, but July 29th, like, when you get this coiled up here, traders, when you see something like this, and then, you know, this is worth an options play at this point, even both ways, take puts and calls, because you break down lower, you're probably going to 210, 215, and when you break higher, you're in neighborhood that you've never seen before. So there it is. Would I short this name? Probably not, but again, I have to do some more work. But on a daily, congratulations if you're long. I'd probably take some out. It looks like it's resisting that, and if you break above 350, then I go long on that one, Rita. Yeah, good look there. I mean, that's a heck of a move, obviously. My 15-minute just froze again. I just set it back up and it froze. I wanted to show this one more time, Upstart. So I've taken, I got more shares in at 169.25, as you can kind of see. That's what I have left on now. But 168 is still an iceberg order. I don't know why my time in sales is showing the wrong thing, so we'll do this. Yeah, there you go. Upstart. 168 is still a bid. If you see it come on here, it's like 100 shares, and it just fills and fills and fills and fills, and people keep hitting it, and it keeps refreshing. So what I gone ahead and done, you can see here, I mean, they're not hitting it yet, seeing a lot of dark prints, by the way, is I got another leg out, just so, you know, at this particular point, I only have the shares that I added at 69, and even then, I only have half of those shares, so I've lightened the load a little bit. So if it rolls over, instead of shooting for 167, if it breaks size like that, I can shoot 166, shoot for 166, and then, you know, it'll be a decent winner. And I'm not going to tighten the stop up, but I mean, if 170 breaks, it's a clear out for me. And I might stay away from this thing unless it's like legitimately at 172 even. And then CCL, I mean, it's now 30 minutes into the show, and I got this bad feeling, like CCL. Like, what I think is going to happen is it's going to hold 24 until about 349, right before the imbalances come out. Then a buy imbalance is going to come out, blow out this stop. I'll get out, and then it'll slam to the downside, and it'll be a pie in my face for celebrating too early. You should never celebrate too early. One of my biggest pet peeves is, like, any athlete, and unless you're like Usain Bolt and you're so far ahead that you can't lose, and you start celebrating early, like, why can't you just do that when you cross the line? And of course, I sit here having fist bumped Sean before I even got a fill on CCL, but it is pretty ridiculous that someone will do that in that moment. When the cyclist does it and then they fall down, I'm like, come on, man. Well, you know
Dude.
why, man. Everyone, it's all about
Dude.
ego and stuff, right? To show that you can do that while you're just stone cold chilling there, crossing the line. I remember when DeGrasse and Bolt looked at each other, and that was definitely a passing of the
It's different with Bolt, though.
There, yeah, well, different with him. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, good trading so far today. I hope you're enjoying it, and Neil and I will continue, obviously, to have lots of fun here on the show. So far, so good. You just talked about CCL space. We did get out of our Coinbase as it did break below that 279, and we got ticked out there. So we did get out of that one. We talked about that's a flat trade. I wish we would take some more profit on that. They want us to check DYAI. I see you guys there, and I don't have a problem. Especially Tisha Perkins there. Thank you so much for bringing this one up to us.
Yeah.
Again, on the daily chart, it's ripping and rocking right now. I mean, you guys know what I'm going to say about this level. 550. That looks like a good level to bust out to the long on that one. Neil's saying look at the daily, so let's have a quick look.
And now you probably like it a little bit better.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we have that wick right there at 560. Still a lot of garbage in here. DYAI. What is this company? DYAI.
I shorted this
Probably
not
Chinese,
off 550.
I guess. Yeah, Diadic International.
On our, it might have been on
Diadic? Yeah, I think that is what it is. Okay, so up to 550 there. I think
Rob's not here.
I think this is a short. I think that's why Lucas is laughing because Rob would be laughing at this name.
Children.
But now, yeah, children. Childish. Now we have 550 here coming in. So I don't mind this as a short into that. But, I mean, if we break it, I mean, why not? Maybe Brendan can remind us about the news on DYAI. He's probably brought it to us about 100 times. But 550 right here, moving around. It's only done 90 million shares, guys. So I'm going to go long and break a 550. I'm long DYAI. We need something to move here today. So why not that one as space still making lower lows here?
This is like the 10th time Upstart has tested that 168. Now remember, I've been in this position before. Like if you have a short off a level like that, if it breaks, it's just like gangbuster win, but I had to level that one off. One more time, DYAI. It's actually testing the high. I did have a bad short on this. Thank goodness we stopped out at 25, but I should have gotten back in maybe somewhere. When 550 held, I probably should have gotten back into it. If it turns off 550, I'll take one shot, but I want a really tight stop on this trade if I can get it. Oh, I just already tried to turn there. So if I can catch mid-30s, pop up one time. If it pops up mid-30s, I'll see if I can get it here. But a 550 has to be a hard stop on this one. And then you wouldn't want to linger too long in this. I will say to the south side, if I do get it here, which it looks like I'm not going to, if I were to get it here, because I think it'll probably have support at that $5 range, guys. So you got to figure that's going to happen. Upstart, we can talk about that. But here comes CCL. Oh, no, don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything, don't say anything. Fill 93, so it's not filling 93 yet. That's what I'm talking about. So now I can celebrate because I took 10% of the position out at 93. So it's something. It's not nothing. I'm bidding 90. I'm bidding 92. I'm bidding 91. I'm bidding 90. I'm bidding 87. I'm bidding 84. And then I'd probably still have a few shares left and then bid down in front of 23.75. So there goes CCL. In your face, fate. I can celebrate early all I want. And you see the whole time, I was completely confident about this. I was like, there's no chance. Jinx isn't the real thing. Everything is going to be fine. I can celebrate early because that's how I roll. That's how it is what it is. I'm clearly full of absolute garbage. You should never count your chickens before they're hatched. I'm sure there's another couple other sayings you can go with it. But this is a simple trade that day traders do all the time. If there's a big level, double top, lots of size, it's not about, I think the stock is going from 24 to 23.50, like up earlier in the day. Where earlier in the day, you might hold on to it past VWAP or at least 2 VWAP. Not even here. Like it's been so strong. It went negative to positive twice on the session. Maybe technically 3 times. It did it over here as well. So I'm not going to fight the tape on this one. I'm just going to go with one quick short, risking 4 or 5 pennies, and then we're going to take like between 5 and now 10 cents on the trade. And I'm still holding. Yeah, I'm looking gift horse mouth because I'm still actually holding like 70% of the trade here, which is probably a little bit greedy. I just said take 5, 10, 15 cents. So when it goes in the money, at that point, like 10, I should have half of it out, and we'll rectify that if it breaks 90 again.
Yeah, I'm still going to. I mean, I'm still holding it, so we'll see. We did take a bit as well there at 89 or 90, whatever that price was. So we did take a little bit out there. And just to talk about Virgin Galactic, I was saying it's making new lows. I mean, it's just making new lows off of here. We're going to try to make new lows on the day. And I've called this stock for a while, man, back down here to 25. Like even when this thing was at 50 or 60, we talked about it coming back in. So 26.50, we'll see where it's going to go. We do have the imbalances coming out, of course, at 350, so that should be fun. We'll see where that's going right now. Why does someone keep saying Rolls Royce? RYCEY
We never look at
on the
that
pink sheet, so we can have a quick look at it if you want. Yeah, okay. This is what Rolls Royce is doing today. So congratulations, it went up half of a cent or so. So you can make that spread on RYCEY over there. What up to Jeff Mendel, our friend, of course, from the OTC markets. DYAY quickly just to see where that is. Still at that 522 area, so a 550 break on DYAY, and I'm going to be in. There's a lot of earnings today, so I do want to look at some of those names as well. What's up, Brendo?
Notice this, Lennar, guys. Some of the home builders pretty strong today, just making a day high here. Pardon all the wicks. There's quite a few on this chart, but trust me when I say it's tough to see. But day highs for Lennar, 2.5%. Nice look for this entire group, really. Also, if you missed it, apologies if you said it, guys, but that DYAI, they signed a license agreement for a COVID-19 vaccine candidate. Only a candidate, guys.
I mean, thank you for being polite, Brendan, but you know we didn't say it. You know a lot of times we're going to rely on Brendan. This is the thing, and this is not to say you ever want to be, don't get lazy. Like, you guys have us as a resource, we have a watch list, and you've got Brendan out there, but you do want to make sure, like I actually traded this thing in the morning and I didn't remember the news offhand there, so because I made a one and done trade off of a halt. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're doing your research. It is a blessing to have somebody who's sitting there on a terminal who's going to give you all the information you need, but it doesn't mean you can't practice the real way to do things yourself. CCL continues to be okay, but Upstart, you know, and this is, I actually could have taken this all out. Like, I could have taken it all out in front of 168 when that iceberg order was sitting there. I didn't do that, and now it's right back up testing this 170. So I'll be pretty much flat on the trade if it breaks 170 and I don't get like a ridiculous amount of slippage, like if it's within 25 cents. But this stock is looking mighty strong, hella strong, definitely strong, and that buyer at 168, if they step up, if it breaks 170 and then tests 172, comes down, and there's an iceberg at 170, I'd probably buy in front of it instead of sell, hoping it's going to break. So Upstart up 25%, and it's looking for more. Somebody really likes this thing at $168, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh shoot, we have a bad wick here on Zev, so it's gonna be hard for me to look at it. So I'll have to look at something else, guys. Okay, until I fix it. Clover right here, reporting tonight, so or tomorrow, one of those days, anyways. We'll see where we go here with Clover if that will load up. And not expecting too much here, but whenever you have, again, it's just that whole setup, man. Like whenever you have something like this on Clover on a daily chart, you know. It looks like that's the same kind of setups where you're kind of coiling up here between 925 and 750. So it's going to be. It's going to be crazy tomorrow, I think, for Clover, where there's going to be an opportunity to take out this low of 680. So watch out for that tomorrow. If they miss or guide or it's just bad for them, I don't like what we're going to see here on Clover. And then for the minute chart right now, I can zoom back out a little bit to see where we are. So we opened up pretty high. Now you're down that 3%, back down to 8 and change. We do have Palantir tomorrow morning, so that's a name here that you might want to get into. If you're not already, but it's still at that 22 and change level. So for me, this is not necessarily a level that needs to be bought if you're not in. I was waiting for 21 or so, but again, Palantir looks very, very similar too, where you're starting to coil up. So anything I'm not buying today, I'll buy tomorrow. I don't want to buy after or before earnings if I'm already in, because if it's a miss, then I'm just like adding to the position. So I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'd rather catch a falling sword here if it does come down. So we'll wait to see 18 or change. I'm not going to predict a call here for Palantir because last earnings was this, where we were just really, really bad earnings came out. For some reason, it got hit hard right off the open, down to 16, and then it closed 20.25 there. Close. So you had about a 25% retracement the day of earnings. So I'm really excited. We're going to get lots of sleep tonight, and we'll come back tomorrow and hopefully be really active and ready to trade Palantir like we were this morning with Coinbase. We were 5 for 5 in the open show, and it's not even that bad right now. The only problem is we did get hit out of our last little bit there of Fulk, if you guys remember that trade. It was a good one. Where is my, it's still Palantir charts. I was like, where's my Fulk?
Oh, no way.
What happened now? It came back.
That Joby stock's up 34%.
Yeah, but where did it actually open, Joe?
It opened at 10.60. So anyways, this was a SPAC. These guys, so Uber sold their flying taxi, whatever the hell you call it, flying taxi service to these guys. And then Joby, they rang the bell at today at NYSE.
Yep.
And the SPAC went live today. And things went well for them. I mean, wow, I'm a little bit, yeah. I mean, I kind of thought a lot of times on the day that these SPACs start trading, unless it's like super, I guess anticipated or whatnot, you don't get a mass monster move. But I mean, this had a break at 9:30, consolidation, another break here at 10:50, and then it drops. And then here's the real volume spike at noon at 11:40. Like the money printing just came on at $12, and it's holding up at 13.40. So yeah, this will be on the list for a watch tomorrow. Yeah, so air taxis, I don't know, look pretty cool. We saw a little bit of what they were doing there, but you know what? It gotten away from some of these. We haven't really traded the SPACs because they've fallen out of favor, and a lot of times the hype has been pretty dead. But this one could be at least interesting for a day trade. We can go both directions. I'm sure we'll be able to short this one. So I will not sit this one out tomorrow if there's any moves. But Joby, not a bad opening debut for them under the symbol JOBY, but it was a SPAC. So I guess trade with caution. Some of those have ended pretty badly.
Yeah, which reminds me, I want to look at Robinhood quickly. We did take one trade off 50. It didn't work. Now it's up to 51 right now, so that was a mistake there. Should have held on to some of that love there on the downside, or on this. It was right here, 50. We got out a little bit, then we lost. I mean, it's a flat trade. We got in and out there at 50. Let me zoom. Whoa, I'm on the wrong thing. Let's push this over here. So there it was. So in, out a little bit, then out on the break. So it was a flat trade, literally, for us on that one. So we'll have to wait to see where it goes now. But that was kind of incidental there on Robinhood. And then right now you're bumping around again. A 51.50 take here isn't horrible. Still 15 million shares, so it is moving around a little bit here. That is Mr. Hood, Mr. Robinhood. What's up, Brendan?
A couple of things, guys. Eli Lilly just popping up here. You can see to the downside, another one that's been off to the moon on the daily chart, but spike to the downside here on higher sell volume, 2% on the day for LLY. Also, Tencent Music, I noted. Some of the Chinese stocks today a little bit stronger than they've been over the past couple, but Tencent Music not so much. There was a JP Morgan downgrade on that one.
In fairness to Eli Lilly, I mean, it's been just ridiculously impressive for them. Like, if you look at, I mean, just pull. I'm showing you the daily chart. Let's say, just pull up the chart. I'm showing you the daily chart. You get a move like this, and it's not. This is not Moderna, obviously, but when you have pushes that are this strong, at some point you're going to get pullbacks. So down 2%. That's not really much. If Eli Lilly is trading back at 230, 240, wake me up, and then before you go, and there's some buying happen there. We talk about trading what moves, and ORF all over itself, and I didn't trade it. The daily chart is so ridiculous on that ORF, by the way. No point looking at it. But it's now just sitting here, like it went all the way up to 620. I'm like, yeah, I didn't do anything. I probably should have got some more shares there. But it's not moving, so I didn't want to add to the position when this thing is putting me to sleep. It's got about 5 minutes before I just cover it wherever it stands. And then, like I said, I mean, I was able to get some out there on CCL. But then I did just start celebrating. Then I said I probably shouldn't celebrate when I'm still holding 70% of the position. So 24 could still break. And then if 24 breaks, I will get out for a few cents worth of a hit and have given up what we made. So again, I've celebrated too early is what I'm getting at on CCL. But it looked really good for a moment. I thought I was going to get all these fills. I'm getting more aggressive here. If it pops down into the 90 to 85, 90 range again, I will be covering more shares in that range. But it looks like 24 is about to get broken on CCL. It'd be really nice if this held and we could trade off this level at the open. That'd be pretty cool, but it doesn't seem that's very likely.
No, I think you're right. Okay, so that Coinbase back down below again. I do have up right now the Toronto imbalances, so you guys can see them. And it's absolutely nothing. There's nothing here. So just you won't see us probably get into anything Toronto-based. We don't trade them that much on the show. Most of the stocks that you guys are interested in over on Toronto are dual listed. So that's kind of why we go there. And then, so, we still have some love for the TSX, of course, but we don't trade too many of those names. So we'll look at that. Space getting very, very close again to where we're going to get out. I don't mind if we get knocked out here. That's fine. I mean, it's not a huge position, so we will wait to see where that goes. We've already cashed out the majority of it. We're just holding out for that very, very bottom again, 26.50, because we missed it during lunchtime there. So we'll see where it goes. But that's that trade. So we'll wait on that. And then I did want to check out NIO. There's a lot of people talking about it. NEO with earnings tomorrow as well. And again, I can't say it enough. Like, I don't like getting into a position or anything when we're close to earnings on some of these names. It's just, if you're not in already, then, I mean, I don't know, maybe you have some kind of a insight on this, but I don't on NEO, so we'll look at that in a minute. But there we go, man. We are now long DYAI as it does break that 550, but it looks like it failed there. So this is never a good sign when you do fail through that first time,
I just
guys.
failed twice. I shorted in front of it, and then the reverse, and that's going to fail. This is going to be the quickest offensive of all time. Anyways, that's Lando Calrissian. But anyways, that's
so you failed short, failed long. So
well, I haven't failed long yet, but I'm telling you,
I'm in it too,
looks
so.
pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty bad. Like that's actually that failed breakout, which a lot of times, if I didn't reverse long, I'd actually be thinking about going into the short again. But it's still holding up at 540 for now. I think Brendan has something for us.
Wayfair, yeah, up 8%, guys. I was just reading. I mean, they authorized an $1 billion share buyback program. My prior thought was I actually looked at this. I remember in the pre-market because this came out in the pre-market, but this was doing absolutely nothing. You can see right up until even a little bit after 9:30. But what a day for Wayfair, just making a day high here.
Yeah, retail is nuts right now, and there goes Wayfair as well. So we talked about Walmart. So I got out of half there for a 9-cent hit. So because obviously I'm waiting for a lot more than 9 cents here. So we'll take out half there, and then when we win, hopefully we'll do a little dance and we'll be able to get that to the high side. If it breaks back down below 5.10 or so, then I'm going to get out. So that's going to be my stop on DYAI here. Look, approval or whatever for a COVID vaccine. I mean, I'm under the impression that we have lots of COVID vaccines, so I don't know what that means for this, but hey, we are here and we're watching. So let's wait to see where DYA goes. 5.10 is my stop.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have a tighter stop on that one, if only because I've already made a little bit of a mess of it, having shorted in front. Question for you, Luis Valencia, because he's like, Luis is like, how much for the shirt behind, like the Sean Floss shirt?
It should be
You mean literally, okay, but my question is, literally that shirt? Because they are available. Like we actually have merchandise that you can buy on YouTube.
I
don't have my mugs.
I don't think he means the
it's out there.
exact.
If you actually meant that exact one, that would actually be pretty fun, pretty hilarious. I mean, Sean could probably sign it or something. We could do some kind of a giveaway. I have no idea if that's something we can pull off, but if that's what you meant,
I've suggested giveaways.
I think it's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. You could sign it or do whatever, and whatever. It seemed like a good idea to me. I'm sure that's what you meant, Luis. Like, yeah, you guys start bidding.
Hit the floss if you guys have it over there.
Yeah, there is a floss graphic.
It's just Lucas by himself. That's fine. Don't worry about it. We do have Rob. He's busy. That guy's always busy. I told you, man. Very, very busy. Okay, so DYAI right now is starting to go. And Brendan, I can help you on those videos afterwards if you do need some help on that, so don't worry. Okay, so right now that DAY, we're still looking at that. That's still going. Carnival's trying to hold out for that. We do have 4 minutes until the imbalances come through, so there's going to be some trouble there if it does go upside. I'm fine. I'm pretty light on it right now. We're not taking a whole hell of a lot of positions right now, so hopefully that'll pan out okay for us on this trade. And then what I was getting at there was NIO, but then we had that DYAI come through there. So we're flat on the day. That tells me that there's a lot of people that are using the same logic that I tried to spit there on this, where, who knows where we're going to go today with this. So we'll wait on NIO. For me, again, it is kind of coiling up, but Neil's been trading really weird over the last little bit. Anyways.
I have been trading weird.
So we'll see it just back and forth, like big wicks, low wicks, things like that. So we'll wait to see on NEO, but it will definitely, if you're excited about trading, then tomorrow's going to be a day for you, because NEO, Palantir, I'm already getting excited for those trades. So hopefully that'll come through and they'll deliver with some good trading opportunities for all of us.
Yeah, and it's like 347, so I have to cover some positions. I mean, ORF. I was in at 98 in the 6th break, and I got it at 01. It's just not moving, so 3 pennies. That's like paying the spread here. I'll hang on to DYAI as it kind of holds the top here, but this is now a long position at 49.8, which is a weird price, but I did get, I guess got a bit of a midpoint there as well. And then I had to get more aggressive on CCL. Now, I don't have to move the stop because it can just sit there at 24, but do have to start taking more shares off. We are running out of time. Have to be flat by the end of the day. So I do want to check back on an upstart. I told you this one. Man, that buyer really held up nicely at 168. It breaks 170. The only way I was getting back into the short was if it was off 172. So it can fall all at once. I will have to sit this one out. The buyer was too legit to quit at 168, and that put a kibosh on my short.
It's hammer time.
Right?
Too legit.
First CD my household ever owned. was
Who wants to see Neil in hammer pants?
I used to be
too.
able to do that. I
too.
can't do that anymore. I'm too old, man. But I used to be able to do that dance. Brendo?
Too legit to quit.
I just saw this RANI again, guys. Just refreshing myself on the story today. If you remember, they're developing this Rani pill or Rani pill, which is designed. It's like it's a smart pill, I guess you can almost call it. It's designed to replace injectable biologic drugs. So, interesting story on that RANI. But wanted to also mention this because that DYAI, the licensing agreement they did sign for their COVID-19 vaccine candidate, is with Sorrento, guys. So a decent name.
Sorrento, which we know. And if we're going to be teaching about things here, I made a trade on this RANI, and there's a bungle on this trade. Because when I took this short, I actually explained the reasons why when I scalped the first bid out, I was off a halt trade. It halted to the upside at 26.25, and then had just the rejection, the mother of all rejections, when it tried to open higher, and it opened up at 26.75 above the halt price, screamed in and tried to get to 30, and then just look at the harsh rejection. I love that, right? So we're always jamming in short off of that recent high. And then it just immediately goes in the money. I scalp some out there. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. I take like 70 pennies. And then I'm looking at how weak it looked off that move. Look how crazy that wick is to the upside, how much room it had to the top. Give it more room to the downside. Like if it's going to travel and fail $3, let's try and take $3. Now, because it broke VWAP here, what I should have been doing is thinking, no, 3's not enough. I mean, the trend could be down. And it halted down at 1950. So when a stock is shown you, and part of the reason why I should have anticipated this, 14, it doubled up in the pre-market. Like that's off of 930 here. It doubled up, and then you had it off the failed halt to the upside. I mean, you can't be taking $3 or like 10% of the move there. So definitely, if I see that again, I'll improve. Watch out, this thing has held 1950 all day. So halt down after a fail like that, and it's holding more like 1935. You better believe 1935 is going to be a level for me tomorrow on RANI. If it's gapping above it too far, maybe it can't be used for a breakdown, but certainly could be used for some support. So RANI still on the list for tomorrow. The volume's died down, and it's holding up rather nicely, barcoding up 50% still.
Okay, that DYAI may come back down. Doesn't look like the imbalances will do anything. I'll call those in a minute. This guy, James Laws. Sean didn't catch. I said Neil's been trading really weird, and Neil said yes, he has been. No, it was Neo.
We were having fun with that in the morning.
Neo. We talk about that all the time when it does sound like I'm saying one thing, but it is the other thing. So
it's just amusing.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up. Okay, there it is. So here's the imbalance locator. Now we can find out what's popping off. Zenga again. Zenga's been on there for a while, man. Opens there. ZI. I mean, just see if some of these Uber for a bid down to 43, but it doesn't look like these aren't really going to do anything. But we do talk about them, so I'm going to show it to you again. These are the imbalances, and these are the market on close orders. So if you're looking to trade anything off close, you can see like let's see what Open's going to do here for that. It was a bid, so we'll see here. Oops, that's the 1 day range. Yeah, so there it is. Actually, that caught a nice little bid there when it came out. So that's 350. It comes out a bid and it shoots right up. So a nice little move for Open Door there, all the way back upside. It's been a bad IPO for Open Door, as you can see there. It comes out at 30, goes to 38, 39, 40, and now you're down to 14. What the hell? When does Open Door report? Because this is really, I mean, so many of these names are at the bottom, man.
I'm literally looking at one right now because someone asked about what do you think about Fuel Cell, and I was about to say, well, I'm pretty sure it's like it can't be any worse than what Plug did, and then I see Fuel Cell, and it is worse than Plug. At least today, anyways. But look at what's going on in this thing. I mean, as far as the speculation play goes, because that's what you're doing if you're making a play like this. I mean, you have support. It'll go all the way back to this pullback, and now I'm talking last year in November. You're talking like 660s, and then you put in this low here at like 580 or so. So long in front of a previous support level, which was the range here, about like $7, like 650. You could be risking back to like 5 3/4, like if it holds that somehow, and then you risk like 10 to 15%, and then it breaks out to 50. Like the 50 period is 1-to-1, right? At that point, and if it breaks that, your next level is either 10 or 1250. From a technical standpoint, it looks fantastic, but the chart from a momentum standpoint looks horrid. So if you like it. I'm not saying I wouldn't get into it. I actually prefer Plug for the hydrogen play. If you have to make a spec, guys, it's not a horrible idea. You just always have an out when you do this, because if you give it all the way back to like real consolidation on this thing, you're talking like $3, and that's, you know, that's getting chopped in half, which a lot of people, that's not what you're willing to do. And if you are, fair enough. Looks like it was a good decision to get out of ORF. It's doing absolutely nothing. Got to get more aggressive on CCL. It's now 357. This has everything to do with, it can hold 24 all at once.
353.
353. What did I say?
57. I was gonna. You panicked me there a little bit. I was like, I'm still trying to get some trades here. But I did the same there with space. So we did not wait. So we'll ring the register. We'll hit the stream deck, which will be fixed hopefully tomorrow. It's been a crazy day for our guys. So I want to say thank you again to Rob and Lucas who are back here. They've been working super hard. It's not easy to get this all set up the way they have. So thank you.
Nor is it easy being cheesy.
To Rob and Lucas. It's not easy being cheesy breezy as we go on. So there goes space. We just took that out right there. I'm not going to wait. I mean, my out's right here anyway, so we save ourselves, get out there at that 15 level and save that. And space has been such a good trade. Bang. I mean, only 2 shorts. We held it all the time. I wish I was here for this bottom. I mean, 26.50 was pretty good. If that doesn't break, then we probably do get out 26.75. That is how we trade, or how I trade anyways on that one. So space, a great trade. Check back here on Coinbase quickly. My number 1 stock of the day, man. This was a flat trade. Like, you know, out there, we just celebrated like we already did early on Carnival there, but that was a good trade and then out. So we basically flattened that trade. That was 2/3 there, and we held the third. We talked about that. I don't have a problem. We always try to tell you our risk management there, so that was mine. And then now it's all the way back to the downside. This is my number 1 stock, man, today. So what's up, Brendan? 5 minutes.
Just gonna
Brendan dropped
throw stuff around here, guys. Earnings. We have earnings coming tonight. I was just noticing, guys, there's actually not 1 but 2 former Chamath names on the list. If you can spot them, there's 1, and there's 2.
Expire this week, actually, too.
Baidu, Palantir, Canadian Solar, Sonos. I can't find top left. Blink. Open Door. I just talked about Open Door. So
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Wait a second. I was just like, I cannot wait until Open reports, and they're reporting now. So yeah. So I mean, there wasn't enough names on there. How did I miss that? But yeah, Open right now.
It is kind of
this is what I'm saying. Look at this, man. Wow. Okay, it's going to be an exciting one. I don't know if there's enough time left for you guys to play options or anything like that, and they're probably too expensive. But wow, that is coiling up at the bottom here right now. It actually. Watch that. Watch what I'm about to do here, okay? Look how this looks, all right? Now watch this. Watch Palantir. Now, I'm not trying to say that Open Door is going to be anything like Palantir, but look, it's almost like the reverse. Like Palantir started here and then popped. Let's go back to Open. Can I go back to Open again here if we can? Open Door looks basically the exact same. Started here. Palantir took a while to get going. This one went the opposite way. So I still think there's a good opportunity here. Wow, 15. Okay, so you guys want something to swing. I think real estate's been pretty hot. So Open Door right now, you can stamp me for that. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but Open Door could be a ripper tomorrow. So if you're interested in that one, you may want to play some OPEN, guys.
Ripper. Anyways, you know where my mind went for that one. I have to start getting flat. So I mean, I just took out DYAI. That's right. DYAI now breaks to the bottom. So I'll lose on the long. I'll lose on the short on that one. I will make up for it hopefully with what CCL did. But look, it just couldn't hold up. A failed break sometimes is a really good reversal. Obviously, this was a good one if you had it to the short side. I didn't hang on to it, so I guess not enough conviction there. But CCL, it's still at 97, so it'll end up a winning trade, and that's why the scalp trade's going to end up working out in that kind of a style. But there is no way, like this double top here at 24, like that's a great level. I'm kind of hoping there's no big break that happens after market, and we can look at this one tomorrow because you see something like this at 24, and you love to be able to play it, even for a breakout tomorrow on TCL. I played it either direction, but it certainly looks like the momentum is to the upside. And Upstart, just to go back to that name, just to show you how things finished off, it never really made that run to 172, but yeah, check it out. Like when it did fall back at 171, it didn't even retest 168. Like buyers are just like, if someone's buying 168, I'll go in front of that thing. So kind of file that price away as well. 172 is a big level here for Upstart as it made like 3 tests at it in the morning and couldn't get through. And this is what the daily chart looks like. If it breaks out, I mean, next stop 180 and then, you know, to the moon, I guess, Upstart. Impressive day, but things work in both directions, guys. that could be one heck of a rollover at 168. So inside of the range, 168 to 172, I promise I won't touch it tomorrow unless it's a 9:30 rollover, but that could be one heck of a trade, either breaking upside or breaking down 168 on UPST.
Yeah, we're also hell of an excited. I mean, I'm like a kid in a candy store right now because Palantir is coming very, very soon. So we'll see how they report and what goes on with them. But right now, just a quick talk crypto here. Ethereum very, very close to that break again of 32.75. So it's starting to march upside. This is just such a bullish name. I mean, anything in the crypto space right now is just off. We talked about ADA, Cardano. You can see this is a daily chart here. Like, how strong is this? The market doesn't close, right? So all these red candles basically don't even really exist. I mean, it's just up, up, up off of making some of these bottoms. And we can check in, of course, on to mine. Well, I mean, I'm more in this now. Cardano, what a great move as well. You go to the daily chart, the very, very same thing. We only have a minute left. I think we're both pretty flat. I got out of the carnival as well there for no damage. And then that DYAI, the same thing, but there's Cardano from $1 bottoms. Wow, how good are those plays right now? You don't get those kind of plays in equities too often. That's why we like the crypto space. But this DYAI here, I'm actually going to hold it into the aftermarket and see if we get a better print to the upside here. And just
you never know, man.
You never know, but if we break back down below 510 was going to be my out. So we're bouncing around here with only 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, with only 30 seconds to go. I will mention that Zila is up 10%, so it actually held its gains. I'm a little surprised, but Zila is holding its gains. Got a big short interest, so you never know. That should be on the radar for tomorrow just because of how impressive it was in the afternoon. Miss V, I think, is on the bell. We didn't quite get positive. With 10 seconds to go, 9, 8, 7, 6. Are we going to here we go, 5, 4, 3. Ring it, Miss V.
I thought that was like, I was wondering if he was going to go with like Christmas music there or what, but that was...
Was that like Jingle Bells?
Was
Jingle
it?
Bells?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's not Christmas.
Good call.
Yeah,
it's Christmas
it's
every
always
day.
Christmas.
Christmas every day in the market, guys. We always get surprised by some new gifts. And today we got Coinbase gifts, so that was good off earnings. Brendan, how did we finish, my man?
We were just discussing. It sounded like Morse code a little bit, but anyways, let's have a look. Some positivity across the board outside of the NASDAQ, guys. 0.18 to the downside, but this is a record, and I'm pretty sure I'll double check, but I think that's a record as well for the S&P. TSX 0.2 here in Toronto. Positivity bottom end of the board. Brazil kind of flat on the day, guys.
All right.
Ethereum holding up as well. And by the way, Moderna closes. It doesn't break out, but it does hold above 380. So I guess the bleeding stopped at 15% to the downside on mRNA for anyone looking.
We did get a much better print there, 38s or whatever on DYAI. So it got a little bit better there in the aftermarket. So we did take that print out there. So still a bad loss because it's not a win. So any win is a loss, but not a bad one. So it could have been way worse if we did get stopped out. Thank God. It only went down to 512 there. But okay, it's 4:01, guys. Thank you so much for joining us once again today. It was a very, very fun day. We had that good show with Trader Prad and Miss V there at 11 o'clock. Yeah, home runs all over the place for that one. That was a big show. They went an hour and a half. We'll do the same tomorrow. So catch that from 11 to 12. And we're back tomorrow at 8:30.
All day, every day.
I'm still waiting. I don't think Palantir or anything's out yet. So we'll wait for them. They may come in the morning. I can't remember, actually.
Yeah, they do.
So they're in the AM. So I'm not super excited anymore. Thanks. So Christmas comes tomorrow morning. But thank you again, Lucas, doing the board by himself there. Thank you, my man, for that. Doing really great work. As I said, the team's been super, super busy. I want to thank Brendan
getting
for
us all
again,
set up.
Getting us all set up as well. Thanks, Brendan, for bringing the news. Thank you for Miss V for doing double, triple duty there. I think I need to move my camera over a little bit because it always seems like this is me straight right now. So we got to fix that as it's half face. Oh, there you go. Oh. See, Lucas already all over this. So thank you, Lucas. I think that's a good setting right there as well. But hey, for all of us, we're getting on in time right now. So check out the trade of the day. It's going to be with Neil. Thank you for watching. For Neil, Brendan, Valeria, I'm Sean. If the fist bump returns, although you can't see it because... that's right. We can't fist bump anymore because Brendan's there. Right. Okay, see you guys. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
It's like we're
Ciao.
punching Brendan. Bye, guys.
Maybe we have to come up with